everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad you're here because today we're diving into something that's been quietly building a lot of hype. And if you're a Marvel fan, this one might seriously get you thinking. We're talking about Marvel Zombies, and the big question on everyone's mind is Season 2 really happening? And what could it look like? Now, let me ask you something right from the start. What if the heroes you've trusted for years suddenly became the villains you feared the most? Not controlled, not misunderstood, but completely gone, turned into something else entirely. That's the unsettling world Marvel Zombies throws us into. And honestly, it's not just different, it's uncomfortable in the best way possible. So here's what we know so far. Marvel Zombies didn't just come out of nowhere. It actually spun off from What If, where we first got a glimpse of a zombie outbreak taking over the Marvel Universe. That episode alone had fans hooked because it flipped everything upside down. Heroes became threats. Hope became survival. And suddenly, the question wasn't, how do we save the world? It was, how long can anyone last? Now, imagine expanding that into a full series. That's exactly what happened. Season 1 gave us a darker, more intense version of the Marvel Universe, something we don't usually see. It leaned into horror, tension, and unpredictability in a way that felt fresh, but also a little unsettling. And here's the thing, it left us wanting more. Not because everything was resolved, but because it wasn't. So naturally, fans started asking, is there a Season 2? Now, while Marvel hasn't made a loud, official announcement yet, there are strong signs that the story is far from over. Behind the scenes, there's development happening, ideas being explored, and a clear understanding that this series has potential. But here's the interesting part. Whether we actually get Season 2 depends a lot on how people respond to the first one. So let me ask you, did you watch it? And if you did it leave you wanting more? Or did it feel like enough? Because in today's world, fans have more power than ever. What we watch, what we talk about, what we share, it all plays a role in what gets continued. Now, let's talk about why this show stands out so much. Marvel has always been known for its action, humor, and big heroic moments. But Marvel Zombies? It strips a lot of that away. This is survival. This is loss. This is a world where even the strongest heroes can fall, and once they do, they don't come back the same. And that changes everything. Because suddenly, there's no safety net. Anyone can go. Anyone can turn. And that unpredictability? It keeps you on edge the entire time. Now think about where Season 2 could take that. Would it dive deeper into the origins of the outbreak? Would we see new survivors rise up? Or could things get even darker with fewer and fewer heroes left to fight back? Because let's be real, Marvel doesn't usually go all in on horror like this. So the fact that they're exploring it at all is a big deal. And it opens the door to something bigger. So, here's a question for you. Do you think Marvel should do more stories like this? Darker, riskier, more unpredictable? Or do you prefer the classic heroic tone we're used to? Because Marvel Zombies sits right in that tension between the two. Now, let's zoom out a bit. This series is also part of the larger multiverse idea that Marvel has been building for years. And if you've been following along, you already know, the multiverse means anything is possible. Different versions, different outcomes, different realities. So technically, this zombie universe could connect to something even bigger down the line. Imagine that for a second. What if characters from this dark, broken world somehow crossed paths with heroes from other universes? What would that look like? Would they try to save them, or would it be too late? That's the kind of storytelling potential we're talking about here. And honestly, it's exciting. But also a little terrifying. Now, here's something else to think about. Season 1 already showed us how quickly things can fall apart. So if Season 2 happens, the stakes have to be even higher. More danger, more emotion, more difficult choices. Because in a world like this, survival isn't just about strength. It's about sacrifice. And that raises another question. What would you be willing to sacrifice to survive? Because in stories like this, those decisions aren't easy. And they're definitely not clean. Now, as we wait for more official updates, one thing is clear. Marvel Zombies isn't just a one-off idea. It's something bigger. A different kind of Marvel story that challenges what we expect and pushes boundaries in a way that feels fresh. And whether season 2 gets confirmed tomorrow or later down the line, the interest is already there. The conversation is already happening. And that's usually the first sign that something has real staying power. So maybe the real question isn't if season 2 will happen, maybe it's when. And when it does, are you ready to go back into that world? Thanks so much for watching and spending this time with me. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more engaging, thought-provoking content just like this. And let me know in the comments, would you survive in a Marvel Zombies world, or do you think no one really stands a chance? I'll see you in the next one.